I'll show you the sweetest delight in the garden. As a surprise for Adam.
Really?
Come.
All right.
Here.
But this is the one tree in the garden we cannot touch. This is the forbidden fruit.
Did God really say you must not eat from any tree in the garden? Surely not.
We may eat the fruit of any tree in the garden, except for the tree in the middle of the garden. God has forbidden us to either touch or eat the fruit of that tree, for if we do, we shall die.
You believe that nonsense? Of course you will not die. God knows that as soon as you eat it, your eyes will be opened, and you and Adam will be like gods yourselves.
All of us one day will reach the level of the avatar, the Buddha's one's God.
Cast your spell up on this planet with your graven images and your wishes to be worshipped. Witches and warlocks flock like Harry Potter fans, waiting for your new age plan to spread across the land. You got the masses dumped down, waiting that you don't exist, and now you're goddamn atheist. Some even think they're evolving to a godlike level above and beyond human. These Luciferian lies feed on ego and pride. They come disguised as an angel of light, like the original sin and the first deception. The tree in the garden, don't you see the connection? It's the same old lie that he used back then at the beginning of time, at the fall of man. Have we forgotten the truth within the book of Genesis? Ignorant of the nature of sin, so we dismiss written words of God as an irrelevant myth, but then embrace all these new age thoughts of nonsense.
It's not good or bad. There's no God waiting to punish you because you did one or the other.
There is no God who did everyone's God. Welcome to the kingdom of heaven, without judgment, without hate, without testing, without anything.
I call my practices and pagan worshiping as act exists. See through the smoke and the mirrors and the mist. From Atlantis to the American fanatical myths, to the UFO connection with the German SS. Secret society elitists from the east and the west. Illuminati and Masonics, man, it all connects. Satanic worship to the depths, we don't want to admit. It's a globalized illusion that we gotta correct. Check the symbols and signs like the all-seeing eye. Read the Bible facts to understand the great design. See the writing on the wall, we're living in end times. And even the elective now bought into the lie. Real Satanists are dressed up in their suits and ties, eating the fruit like these fools who think they are divine. They aren't evolved, they're just blinded by ego and pride, living a lie that disguised like Jekyll and Hyde. Can you deny that these times were all prophesied? Read Matthew 24:24, you decide.
There's no such thing as good or bad. Judging things from the separation. There are things that I do that I know they're evolving. There are other things that are not evolving. It's not good or bad. There's no God waiting to punish you because you did one or the other.
There is no God who did everyone's God. Everyone's God. Everyone's God.
All right. What's going on, everyone? Steve J and Mo. It is the 7th of November in the year 2020, so they say. And welcome to Crazy Town, people. Welcome to where nothing makes sense. Joe Biden. Joe Biden. Creepy, sleepy Uncle Joe. It's nice. It's nice. What's up, guys? How do you guys like our new alleged president or whatever?
What's
the
that?
The media selected president. That's what I'm calling him.
I'm quoting Ozzy's song. We're going off the rails on a crazy train.
For real, bro.
It's pretty sick. I like it. You know, I definitely voted for him. I went out there and voted. Got my vote in.
Hold on. I just had to smack you for that one.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy, dude. This is so stupid. I did vote. I voted for Barry Allen this year, The Flash.
Nice.
I wrote him in. That way, if he ever messes up, he can run back in time and fix it.
There you go.
See? No, it's just crazy. I know, you know, I always talk about the Elite's playbooks and how they play out in front of our very eyes, and people are just too fucking blind to see it. They tell you exactly what they're going to do because they have to. When it comes to like sorcery, witchcraft, and evil, they can't do it in the secrecy. They have to tell you what they're doing, but they do it in spell casting. You know, on the tell lies to your vision, obviously, as Jen likes to say, and people just can't see it.
Yeah.
And they tell you. So, I mean, I know that Creepy Joe has straight up said one of the first things he's going to do when he gets in the office is he's going to make a mandatory 6-month lockdown because of COVID. He wants more social distancing, more masks. I don't know what that means. If that means I have to wear like 3 masks, I don't know what that means. But he says he wants to make masks mandatory for outside use, even if you're going to get your mail, it'll be against the law. So it's going to be very interesting to see if they keep with Joe, or if they do the old double switch WrestleMania pay-per-view. Oh my God, Stone Cold's a good guy now. And then Trump gets back in there, causes more riots, causes more this at the third. But I think with COVID, and then this is, I mean, now if it gets reversed, then fuck it. It honestly doesn't mean nothing to me because it's all fake to begin with. But but I think with COVID and how that went, I think they said, okay, they're ready for the next phase of the bullshittery we're about to throw at them. If more people were, nah, I ain't wearing this, I ain't doing this. I mean, yeah, people out there, I'm damn sure it was fake. Remember the people in New York when it first broke? Flatten the curve, go back inside.
I just sent Steve the live stream for New York Times Square, and it's not a lot of people. I tell you, it's not a lot of people. To me, it looks like the Paige Soros protesters were reprogrammed to be peaceful. These would be the same people that would be out there tearing up the streets if he didn't win, right? But either way, they're paid actors. It's like a skeleton crew of protesters out there. There's not a lot of people out there at these protests. It's minuscule. It's maybe a few thousand, really. It doesn't even look like anything. And it's just show. Look at this stuff, guys. And they zoom in on the tight frame to make it look like there's a lot of people there, but there's not a lot of people there at all.
And you know what the interesting thing is, like you said, they're probably just paid Soros or whatever people, which I wouldn't doubt they are. But I mean, like you said, this isn't really nothing here. You can't really, you know, what they were showing.
That just looks like New York.
Yeah, that just looks like a pretty much a regular day downtown. You just can't go over here for some reason, but it's all good. But what they were showing earlier, they had people like, dude, in lines, bro, doing the whole kneeling thing again with the fist up. I was like, yo, I'm like,
that's a ritual.
That's Anubis. That's Anubis.
Yep.
You see if I can bring that up real quick. Yeah. I don't even know how to spell Egypt right now. I'm so like flustered. It's been
YPT.
Yeah, I got it. I gotta sound it out.
It's all good, Steve. We got.
I don't think if you sound it out, you come up with that.
Oh, and can I point one thing out? Camilla Harris. Her last name is Hairs. Hair ass. Who has a hairy ass? Men do, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
Dude, always in the name.
Well, the thing is, Jen, I have everyone and their grandmother right now applauding him, her, whatever. Oh, it's our first female VP. So I took that post and shared it and gave it our little reality remix, I'll call it. Because you know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, nothing new under the sun. 2 men are still in office. Look at the size of this thing's feet. Are you kidding me? And people are like, oh, how dare you say that? I'm like, oh, my, we're still here? We're still here, people. Are you kidding me? But this is what I'm talking about right here. This is your BLM people, even down to the left arm, Like, give me a break.
Looks like the left arm's over the heart.
Or whatever, you know.
Or whatever they're doing,
It's Uncle Anubis. That's not a good guy. The same guy who's carrying the Antichrist, and I pet goat too, but I digress, you know. Yep. No big deal. Ridiculous stuff. Ridiculous. 2020. We knew it was going to be crazy. I didn't know it was going to be Joe Biden crazy.
I don't think it's going to be Joe Biden. I think they're going to flip the script somewhere down the road here before January 15th or whenever he gets inaugurated and stuff. And
That would be the greatest fun. It'd be so funny.
They're going to bring. They love riots. They love seeing America being trashed and torn down. They can't live without that crap. It's definitely on the table here in the next couple of weeks, I'm sure. And there's going to be this great debate whether it's rigged or the electoral votes or whatever like that, and it's going to wind up turning out that just like with Bush, at the last minute they declared him president through the governor of Florida. Remember?
I thought they were going to do that again this year. With this year, I thought it was going to, because Florida was like at one point like 99% reporting. And like Trump had like a 5-point lead, and like they wouldn't call it. I was like, are they gonna fucking call everything but Florida, and then have a recount in Florida, and just have this whole like do this again? That kind of did with Pennsylvania a little bit, but they did something even through the bigger extent where they were like, you went to bed, you woke up, and literally like 4 or 5 states overnight, Biden gained 300,000 votes. You know, quote unquote votes. And I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. So the one thing I've been seeing, at least today too, is the Trump people going out and clashing with the Biden people. So now the Biden people to the government are deemed as the correct people, and the Trump people are deemed as the ones that need to be re-educated with kindness and truth. So I can see riots that way, because I could see this going through Supreme Court, and I could see Trump losing and the Trump people going against for the next 4 years at rallies, at things like that, to show like, so the next black guy to get shot by the cops, Trump people will show up in their MAGA hats and American flags to go against whoever shows up for BLM. And I could see riots that way for the next 4 years.
I can agree.
It happened
with
today
that.
in Philadelphia. There was Trump people and Biden people at State and Cottman, and the whole fucking Avenue was shut down because they were rallying against each other. I'm like, oh, it's already starting, and it was just it's been an hour since he's been declared or whatever. AP said,
Again,
oh, it's him.
I have to stress these are paid protesters, paid opposition.
I'm trying to get home from work.
Yeah, there's nobody really trying to get out and do this kind of stuff. It's ridiculous. Sure, you'll have the stragglers that come in that have nothing better to do, and it's a reason to get outside and be in amongst people and stuff because everybody's been cooped up and not allowed to have any kind of fun. And it's funny how COVID goes away when all this happens. It's like it's all scripted, guys. I don't know how anybody could see it otherwise.
Oh, Hitler's back.
Yeah, this is interesting. It's an interesting tweet by David Hogg. We all know the crisis actor. Yeah, well, he's been hanging out with Greta Thunberg if you scroll through his Twitter, but that's okay.
Okay.
So we're talking about riots, so check this out. Check this little tweet out from the 3rd, election day. If Trump, that's great. If Trump does not win and refuses to leave, as it's pretty much panning out to be, young people, I wonder who they are ready to launch a mass general strike on a scale never before seen in American history. What?
We will shut down the country if that's what it takes to stop a fascist coup.
No, if you think about that digital switch that we did in 2001 with the TVs, right? That sends these new signals and neurons to your brain or whatever like that. And everybody has a smartphone in their hand. Everybody's hooked up on Twitter. They can all get the marching orders and the programming, the trigger that says to go out and do this, or even to try to network and come together to create something like this. And when you look in hindsight, why Facebook and Twitter and all these things were created and everybody gets on it and they can all get the same message at the same time to do the same thing. It's literally like that phone call in Manchurian Candidate where they get the phone call, the person says a word in their ear on the phone and they're triggered into being this, Manchurian Candidate.
Yeah, with this little tweet here, I just see that in ensuing violence, ensuing some sort of riots, because that's what it seems like is going to happen. They're going to publicly, through the media, which is all left now. I don't know if you guys have noticed in the fake paradigm, Fox News doesn't report right conservative news anymore. They don't give a shit. Everything.
Fox News was calling states for Biden as soon as the fucking polls ended. They're no, Biden wins 0% in. Biden wins fucking Colorado. I'm like, even in a fake election, could you wait a little bit?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Jesus.
That's what I'm saying.
But then,
So,
but then
like,
you have states like Georgia who are 99%, quote, in, but they won't call it for Trump, even though he has an 8-point lead. And that's why me and my friends were just laughing, like, dude, this is. But as soon as the state closed in the West Coast, Biden. I was like, damn, that was quick. It was the funniest shit ever.
It's crazy. Yeah. Me and my brother, we were just watching it and laughing the same way too. I'm like, yo, like, what's going on here? I was like, not that it really matters in the grand scheme of things, but these people on the left, they're openly satanic, We have better odds. We have better odds with the people who kind of keep it in the dark for, most part. I don't see Trump on, he does a little 3-6, but this guy, he doesn't give a shit.
What's up with that? Like, he's out there. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be wonderful. And he's always having these threes in your face. And he's orange all the time.
Yeah, I mean, it's all.
He gets COVID, goes to a hospital, gets this thing called Regeneron.
Either
way, like regenerate.
Fucked, guys. Yeah, either way, we're fucked. So it doesn't matter. We're fucked. And we are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the ones that have to stop this shit. There you go. Boom, baby.
I knew you liked that, Bobby, when I sent it to you.
That's just
it's so crazy, isn't it, bro? Mark of the beast, President Biden. Because President Biden, say they let him go. Say they let him go through, because they do the lawsuits, all this gay shit, whatever.
Yeah.
They say he stays. He's the one who's, and all the lefties, they're the ones who want biometrics. They want cryptocurrencies. They want tattoos. Yeah. I mean, not tattoos, vaccines that they can update wirelessly. That's crazy talk, bro. Like, what?
The left, the democratic system, over the years, it went from fighting the establishment, man, flower power, to straight up, like, mindless fist in the air, like, do whatever the TV tells them. And so they have become the almost third arm of the satanic, propaganda on the plane. It's so odd, and then majority of the country is that way. Like, I can't tell you how many people I randomly meet that they deem themselves to be, quote, conservative or Republican, but I can throw a fucking rock in a crowd and hit 15 liberals that want to kill all their babies. They want abortions up to full term.
Dude.
They want sex changes for kids at 8 years old without parents' consent and surgeries done. They want all the shit.
They want pedosexuals to be
pedosexual.
accepted. Yeah, all that.
It's nuts.
We're like president's a pedosexual right now. That's the crazy thing. And all these people, bro, because I was going nuts today. Like, I'm like, what? I don't even know what we were talking about. We were talking about the whole abortion thing. I got into it with someone. They were like, "Oh, you're whack for believing the Bible or something." And they're like, "You're shot." I was just like, "You people are crazy." I'm like, "Y'all love sacrificing kids. Are you kidding me?" I'm like, this, that, and the other thing. They're like, "Oh, you wouldn't do, I don't see you adopting kids. I don't see you doing this shit." And I'm just like, I'm like, that's like a whole nother ball game. Why do I keep feeling
and that's why Brian and people like Karen B and people like y'all are the best partner. My man, they legitimately went to a Biden rally and just triggered people all day.
I know.
Got it on video.
I haven't seen it yet, but maybe we can share some clips of that. That would be cool.
That's like me triggering the texters I would get leading up to the election. They'd be like, "Oh, we need you to vote for whoever they told me to vote for." I told them I was going the other way. They go, "Oh, sorry, I'll take off the list." It's so easy to trigger people nowadays too. What happened to people?
Dude, I don't know.
We never used to scare this easy. Now you say a word and people run their houses and put on masks. What happened?
Dude, I got people who support Charlie Baker in my town.
I got people in my friends group who voted for Kanye West.
That's nice.
Did you see Kanye West was on Joe Rogan?
No, is he declaring a recount for his 50,000 votes?
No, this was a couple before the election. My man was on there. He said, "You know what's fucked up, Joe?" And Joe's like, "What's that, Kanye?" He's like, "What's fucked up, man, is they spraying all this shit in the air, they putting all this shit in the food and drinks, and it fucking clogs up your pineal gland." And I'm like, "Bro, they're gonna cut this off the air, bro."
The funny thing about that is that information is so fucking 10 years ago. The fact
It
that
is 10
they're
years ago.
doing it out now is just more evidence of that we are in
But
the
the be-
apocalypse and that
but-
all's being revealed. It's the externalization of that hierarchy.
But the best part about it was not that he's saying it, was that all the comments under it were like, "Oh, this crazy motherfucker, send him back to the rehab." And I was like, "Bro, this has been proven by even those people out there. Like they put. I remember seeing chemtrail things in kids' books in schools, like in 2013 and 14 and shit like that. Like this was already proven by those people that they do it. And you're gonna call Kanye crazy for saying it? Like, yeah, he's fucking nuts because he has his brain zapped every 3 weeks. That dude's brain is
Sorry.
mush.
Jesus.
Little electroshock therapy
Jeez.
there.
I mean, I know he's a satanic fuck and all that shit, but like, there comes a point where I'm like, all right, he's already dead, bro. Leave him alone.
Right.
Stop
Stop
shocking
beating
him.
that horse.
Jeez. Every time he talks out of turn, they send him to this place. He gets shocked and comes up with blonde hair.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
There's nothing left to shock.
he's an NPC for sure. They're just reprogramming his ass.
Yeah, you ain't lying. And this is just like, this is where we all are, guys. Red, blue, don't matter. They both plan to vaccinate us. So, like, what's
But
the issue?
But,
Dude.
yeah, do you
Exactly.
see?
One of them is going to regenerate on us, and the other one's just going to literally put an OVO
But
in
do
us.
you see even in this post how whoever made the post, how they still tried to shade the blue side as friendlier?
Mm-hmm. Of
Like,
course.
why is that?
Exactly.
No.
It's so odd.
Who do you
If
want to fuck you, Lucifer or Satan?
It does. If it doesn't matter, then they should. It should be the same face on two different colors. That's what it should be.
Exactly.
But they
Mm.
try to paint the blue side as like a normal human doctor,
But
and
they
the
do
red
tell
side
you
is-
in a way because they say left wing and right wing. Well, the wings are connected to one bird, so there
Yeah.
are telling you in a way, but people don't get it.
Mm,
Oh, I'm
Wow.
left wing. I'm right wing conservative. Whatever. You're fucking same shit, different.
I'm a
way.
centralist. That's a new one I've heard. I'm a centralist.
What's that mean? You're neutral or something?
Yeah, like you're in the middle of everything. I'm like, well, you're a fucking hoot.
Special place in hell for people like that. We read it.
Yeah, you're a fucking hoot, dude.
The undeciders. Yep.
Have,
Yeah.
have zero opinions on life. Man, I'm gonna invite you to my next fucking party, dude.
Right. Right. You're going to speak at my my wedding.
What do you think about the sky, man? Red, blue, orange. I don't care. Cool.
Red, blue, green.
They're purple
Whatever.
because they're not red or blue. They're just purple.
Oh my god! It just, and then I can't even go on Twitter because all I see is just people. It's either one side going, "Get over it, you lost," and the other side saying, you know, like it's not over till it's over. Every vote counts. Oh, go, 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 go. I'm like, you guys are need lives. But I appreciate you. You're entertainment.
Speaking of Twitter, this
Oh,
was
here
an
we go.
interesting tweet about Kamala. Blah blah blah. We must fight disinformation. Blah
Oh my
blah
God.
blah. What is it? We will not let our people fall for conspiracy theories. So, like you
that's
said,
what they're doing.
like you said, they're gonna throw us in their basket. I'm not a Trump
Well,
guy,
well,
but
don't-
to them we
right.
look like them.
Yep, because they're going to lump conspiracy theorists, religious, you know,
And-
quote nut jobs into conservatives, right wings,
Mhm.
and Trumpers.
Yep.
Yeah, so basically,
I got attacked today for being aware. You know, I was like, I made it clear I'm not a Trump guy, and they're like, oh, blah 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 blah. You don't like lefties. Okay, you guys are clearly satanic. You know, I'm good. I'm
outwardly
good.
satanic. At least the right wing hide it a little bit.
Right, dude. These people, the pentagrams on the Democratic Convention logo. You could read
Right.
it as just a pentagram
Send
or
over-
D2A.
send
That's
And
New
that's
America.
That's the illusion of the lesser of two evils. Well, you know,
Yeah.
they're outward with it, they're inward with it. You don't see it as much, but they're still on the same
Mhm.
path to
Oh,
Satan.
of course, of
Satan
course.
top all
That's
day.
where that last post just came from. With the don't matter what the play or who's in charge. Either they're gonna vaccinate you,
That's
quote
like-
unquote vaccinate you. You know, one could happen next week. One could happen in 3 years. That's my opinion. You know,
I
what
just
I'm saying?
reiterated that mandatory recommendations are not fucking laws. They cannot force us to do this. They can, and
No.
all we've seen across the board is mandatory required recommendations. And we've proven over and over again, you can go without masks. You can go without these vaccines, but you are going to have to stand your ground even harder than you stand in your ground now. If you have to stand in your ground now with the mask, you're going to fall on your face when it comes to the vaccine. So that's why it's important now for people to really stand their ground, because once they come with this at you, you know, they're going to treat it like it is a law, even though it isn't.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting. It's interesting. And the thing is, like you said, all these mandates and recommendations and whatever, and we got the new recommended curfew here in Massachusetts. And from what I've been gathering, it's for three reasons, either separately or all together. Either A, they're just, you know, normalizing, you know, us for, you know, the new reality, because I feel like more states may follow suit. It's either B, it's that, or it's B, they're setting up 5G at night, you know, or C, they're just moving troops in places where they, you know, don't want you to see them during the day.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's a combination, as I suspect.
Yeah.
Many others. I just find it strange that, like, the more, like, rural, out of the way places I go, all of the street lights are LED 19s or whatever they are, you know. They're weird. They're weird, dude. Why would these new street lights say LED 19? But I digress, you know.
Yeah.
Very weird. Very weird.
And that picture that they give us that they say a virus looks like.
Oh my God.
I'm pretty sure that's the nanotech, guys. That's not what a virus looks like. We already told you that viruses aren't even what they tell us they are. It's just like them giving you a fake picture of Jupiter and telling you that's what Jupiter looks like. A virus doesn't look like that. Most likely, the nanotech looks like that. And I've proven that over and over again in videos and shows that I've done.
Nice. Look at this. Uh-oh.
Yeah, baby. Wear black and eat pizza.
What the fuck, dude?
This is a paid advertisement I see daily on Facebook every day.
Dude, that's fucking sick.
So this is not a recommendation that I get from what I look at. This is a paid advertisement pushed by
with
Facebook.
The check mark. With the check mark.
With the check mark.
It's the externalization of the hierarchy. They just don't fucking care. It's all going to be out there now. It's either you're going to be fucking with these Luciferian people or you're going to get dead, pretty much. That's how it is with them.
Kill me, please. What we got here?
You like that? Did you see what happened?
Uh-huh.
You saw what happened, right? Let's do it again for everyone. Watch this, guys. Watch the little blue bar. ANTIFA.com. Joe Biden. How's that? How's that? Wow, dude, right? I'm not a Trump guy, but wow, dude.
Somebody hacked into his web page and they redirected the thing to go to the thing.
Look at this. Chip in today. Chip in today, dude. Like Uncle Joe needs money. $32, bro. $32.
No, check it out.
Why would that be there?
Look at the verbiage, Steve. Chip in today. Chip.
Exactly.
It's psychological. The verbiage that they use is very psychological.
I don't like this stuff.
Chip
yeah, I guess he's about to go live. 8 o'clock. It's 8:16 right now. Where you at? Are you in the basement still, Joe?
You lit in?
Right, you getting your contacts in?
For $2,800 or other. Is there a need to put other?
Why would there be $32, bro?
I'm surprised you didn't go 33.
Yeah, all the rest are even numbers, and then they have the 32 in there.
Right.
I'm surprised you didn't go. I'm legitimately surprised it's not 11, 22, 33. Like legit.
Like 30330.
I have something to tell you guys. For everybody that was listening to my stream yesterday, I talked about the movie Gamer. Gamer came out in 2009, 11 years ago.
1911. Don't stop popping up.
9/11, 2009, 11 years ago.
I'm doing that. Dude.
That's a trip.
And Gamer talks about the nanites, the nanotech that's within the people's blood, how they're able to be played by other people, controlled. Everybody's got to watch Gamer. Get into the verbiage that they're using in game, or pay attention to the tech that they're talking about when they're explaining the tech, and it's all there right in the movie. And they even show you that somebody else can take complete control of your body and drive you around like you're an avatar. And you have no recollection of this. It's almost like having an alter personality. And when that personality takes over, you're gone. And when you come back, you have no clue what that alter did with you or where you were at, what you said, anything. You could have killed a baby and drank its blood. You would have no idea you did it.
No idea.
Yeah, you guys got to watch Gamer.
I just think this is still interesting.
Bro, the thing I just sent you that we've been talking about earlier today, and this came out January 10th of this year, and no one really saw it because of COVID. But, bro, check it out. NASA found at the edge of our solar system, there's a firewall.
Really, a firewall, huh? I have one of those in my computer.
Our solar system is surrounded by an 89,000 Fahrenheit wall of plasma.
Yeah, they know that because they stuck their finger up its ass and took its temperature.
Oh, what? Because Voyager did something, or what? Yeah.
So they all this is in air quotes, guys. Okay.
I did hear that.
Yeah. Voyager 2 space probe launched in 1977 has sent us some fascinating, unexpected data. In 2019, it began to passing through the shore. Heliopause, a region surrounding our solar system. Here, the probe discovered a wall of interstellar plasma, something like a shield of fire-like gas made of solar wind. Now there's wind in the fucking deeps of space of the vacuum.
Right. And you know, fire takes oxygen for it to be fire. So like liking it to like some fire out there in the vacuum of space where none of this stuff, none of it exists. It's just a joke.
Bow shock.
You know what that looks like? That looks like the egg and there's sperm and somebody's trying to, you know what I mean? This looks like something you'd see under a microscope that they put on the screen and say that this is going on in space and stuff.
Wow. You gotta love it. Space may be the final frontier. It's made in the Hollywood basement.
I could tell people I launched a satellite up there back in 1959 and I'm getting messages back from it now. And this is what it's saying. It's just like faking the Gulf War, how they fake space.
Okay.
So messages back from Voyager.
NASA is not sure if and how this wall of hot plasma will make interstellar travel. What are we talking about? See, this is the shit they're doing. They're trying to set this up so when it's like 100 years from now, if we make it that long, and people go, "Hey, how come we haven't left the solar system?" There's the fucking firewall.
There's the firewall. We can't get past. Oh, the moon. We went right through those Van Allen belts. We just didn't realize it. But now that it's there, we know it's there. We can't get through.
This is the video that YouTube recommended to me today, though it came out however long ago.
Seems like a smart guy.
Oh, this guy, he has posters on his walls about space.
Hashtag 8900. Nice. 8900 must be an interesting number for these guys.
Oh, look. Yo, first comment.
Nice. There you go. Whoever this chick is in some different language. There you go. Exactly.
Yeah, I saw a thing today. Some guy was doing something with fucking like something, and people are like, "Oh, so what, is gravity just not a thing anymore?" Oh my god, how's he doing it?
It's never been. I'm
like, hello.
It's gonna lie.
Where have you been for the last
I'm looking.
half years?
I'm looking at him. Like I'm looking at I'm thinking, like, you're so close. You're right there.
You could taste it almost.
And yet they stay there. It's funny. They can't make the leap. You know what I mean? Even with the mask, you know, I know the mask is bullshit, but they still wear it. It's like, what the fuck? Why don't you just take it off? I did get a guy yesterday in Walmart to take it off. He admitted that this is bullshit. There's something going on here and he ain't telling us everything. And I'm talking to him with no mask on, telling him, yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right, dude. So why don't you just take it off? And he said right in front of me and my mom, you know, you're right. And he took this mask off and just stuck it in his pocket. And I saw him walking around later and he still had it off. And before I left him, I gave him a big hug, told him I loved him and everything. And that was the first person that I actually got to demask themselves.
Wow. Good for that.
Yeah.
For that.
Yeah, it was pretty exciting.
You need more people like you up here. Everyone's just a fag up here. People are like looking at you wrong. Where's your mask? How dare you? I'm like, what? How dare I?
Put your
How
pants
dare
about
I
it
breathe?
there,
I'm
Steve.
sorry. I'm sorry.
I
How
like
dare
what
I
Mac
breathe?
does. Mac rides down the street and just screams at people, "Take the fucking mask off already, you fucking idiot!"
Jesus, I love it.
Yeah, you look fucking retarded.
He ain't lying. He ain't lying. Yo, we're in crazy waters now.
Steve, did you see my video with my mom getting off the plane before she got off the escalator coming up with no mask on? By the way, I videoed a whole family. It was a father, a mother, and 3 kids. All had their face masks up and their clear face shields down, dragging their suitcases behind them. It was just so surreal, and they looked so natural doing it, like it was just an everyday thing, no problem. They were very comfortable in it and everything.
Well, at the beginning of all this, you pointed out something very crucial. It only takes what, like 23 days to form a habit? 28 days, I'm sorry. And we're in what, the 212th day of Flatten the Curve? So there's probably some interesting habits that have been built up since
Oh,
then.
yeah. They're never going to take this shit off, dude. It's never coming off. It's a part of them now.
I think you'll be able to take it off once you get the vaccine. You're no longer a human being. Only... You know, there'll be, you know what I'm saying? That's how I feel like where we're headed.
Yo, Steve.
Bobby.
Can you pull up the election map for me? I'm just trying to run it by because somebody just posted on my Facebook saying, remember when the media called the election for Al Gore, but then it reversed and Bush won? And they have the map up for who won what states. So I'm just trying to see how close it was. If it's not identical.
What map would you like? Because I have that map right here. I got the 01 map, if you want to see that.
I had the 01 map on me.
You have the 01 map up. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? Then let me get a new page here and we'll do a screen by whatever.
I'm just saying if they legitly just want state for state remake and just switch the ending states, because that happens a lot. Like we always say, it's WWE, but like legitly, like there's a lot of matches like even when I watch AEW now, like I watch a match, I'm like, oh my god, this is like that Shawn Michaels, Razor Ramon match from '97, and it ends the same way, but it's just the other guy goes over and said the other guy. So it's so funny that we say that, but it actually happens that way in scripted realities where things happen that happened before, they just reverse the guys.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And it's so funny. It's just like, dude, how does no one see this?
Exactly. Their storyline's getting old, and we're starting to see it repeating now because we're in the quickening. And if you look at Time Wave Zero, how all this stuff is coming out fast and furious. There's new information all the time, and their scripts. You see their scripts coming, and they seem to be repeating themselves, just repackaged but repeating themselves.
Oh man, there we go. All right, sorry, took a second there. It's trying to get me to customize my own map. I don't know how that's possible for an election, but that's okay.
Because you can follow along at home.
Yeah, but customize my own. Like, oh, you know what? Fuck it. I'm painting Texas blue today. Like what? What the?
Whatever
fuck?
your truth is, that's the truth.
Right, I'm gonna open this one, so we'll look at that one first.
Because I'm looking at this, and just going off of what I believe, it looks pretty close.
It did, because I got it right here on the flip side.
And that was Florida in yellow. That's the one who did the final decision that Bush got it.
So Arizona's still not called, and Alaska's still not called somehow. Georgia and North Carolina still not called, whatever. But the point is like it's almost identical to the same map. Wow, they pretty much did it again. Almost the exact same things.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Literally
like the exact same, especially in the Northeast, it's identical. The only thing that they changed was Arizona will probably go to Trump, New Mexico and Colorado went blue, where they went red in this and the other one. But other than that, it's pretty much identical. Did Bush win Georgia and North Carolina in that one?
Let's check it.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty much going to be the same map. That's so crazy that no one's sitting here going, hey, this looks weird. Almost looks like it did 19 years ago.
It's very strange. And like you can't do it with this map, but like it's very similar to the COVID map because it would be like, you know, the entire United States is just one giant red thing. Then you zoom in, it's like there's one here and there's one there and there's one over here. But like on the blue ones, if you zoom in, it's nothing but red, but you get to one major city and it's just like it's so blue that like you think water's pouring off your screen.
If you go to PA, you'll see that. PA has a lot of like it's Pittsburgh, Harrisburg, and Philly that go
that
go blue quote. And then the rural areas go quote red, but it's just nonsense because it makes no sense. Even I understand Pittsburgh, Harrisburg, and Philly are big states, but are big cities, but still, there's enough people in that state to contend it. You know, there's 5 million people in Philadelphia. How many people are in Pennsylvania? Do you know what I'm saying? Like you're telling me that 3 cities have enough to sway it? Like that's so stupid.
Yeah, it is. And they lie about the population numbers in these states. They lied about everything. They can switch the colors on and off all they want. It's a WWE show is all it is. We're going to get the same results no matter who they fucking decide it's going to be.
Yeah. I agree with that 100%.
Then George Bush had 242, huh?
You like to see that, huh? Very interesting. Very interesting. But
because it was because the Nader got 2% down there in Florida down there.
How they get you.
I still believe Florida will be or Pennsylvania will be the Florida 2000. So do I. And I knew it was going to because before the election, the Attorney General here, Josh Shapiro, said this state will not turn red again for Trump. I guarantee it. I'm like, oh, okay. That's a nice. I mean, in any real running society, he'd be arrested. Because that's treason against the states, right? I mean, am I wrong there? Like you're literally saying you're going to front the election.
That's what I'm trying to point out to people.
Not even a sniff of the authority.
What they're showing you is that, it's treason. It would be treason, like, you know.
In the real world.
In the real world. But see, they're showing us that our country doesn't mean anything anymore. And that's why they're saying and doing these things that otherwise they would be tried and strung up for. But nothing matters anymore. The Constitution doesn't matter. Treason doesn't matter. Anything. We are in Chi-America. So everything that we held dear and thought was American, treason, all this stuff like that, being loyal to your country and everything. This is why they, back in 2016, showed people with mock versions of Trump's head, like they cut it off of him and stabbing him and doing rituals around his head and stuff.
Yeah, what's that girl, Kathy Griffin?
Even my mom was like, I've never seen anything like this in my life. And she's 70 years old. She's seen a lot of presidential elections. And to see this going on, or them muting the president or saying, oh, he's lying and cutting him off, all the supposed disrespectful things that we would have never seen 50 years ago in our society.
And years ago.
Yeah, it's just now showing us that it's all one big joke. It's a big show. And that's why they can go this route with everything, because it's that ridiculous, because it's not real. The people who we think are running the country that are Americans aren't. They're not. China's got their hand up their ass. They're puppets.
That's what exactly the point I was about to make too, is because I was just telling you guys how Massachusetts went into the whatever, you know, they have new laws or not laws, mandates on the mask, the distancing, and the curfew. And if you participate in Chimerica's New World Order, you get rewards. Since the election, because he did this the night of the election, by the way. And today's Saturday, I believe, right? So yesterday was Friday. Friday was the first day of this new practice of mandates. And this is the new Mass Live. I'm just reading it off my phone right now. It's the article title. Massachusetts drops from 121, Bobby, to 16 high-risk cities and towns after state changes criteria. So they reward you, the public, with fake, false, phony rewards so you can feel good about yourself, feel good that you're wearing the mask, feel good that you're helping slow the spread and flatten the curve. But in reality, it's just a sham to get you, ready for Chimerica.
And
Like
the
you've
social
been
credit
saying.
system where they snitch on each
Yeah,
other
oh,
in
of course,
China,
that
and
has-
they get
that's getting
rewards
people
like
really ready for that.
they get free plane trips, they get vacations, all the things that they would otherwise not be able to afford because their lives are so fucking shitty, that they get these added bonuses for snitching on their neighbors and stuff. And Mac just had a neighbor snitch on him, Flat Earth Falker. Most of the trouble that he's gotten into since he's gotten home is due to a neighbor who snitched on him.
I wonder what this means for the Eagles this year.
You're fucked.
Jake Tapper put on the Eagles mask and let out "Go Birds," the ultimate Philly sign of love on CNN for the election. I guess this was today. It's at some point. Well, 21 hours ago yesterday.
Super Bowl.
I mean, they're 3-4-1. They're pretty trash. That'd be a hell of a comeback. You would say almost like a birthing, a rising again of some kind of bird.
Yeah.
Because America won today, right? That's what they're saying
Yo,
about Biden. America won.
Yeah, it's all symbolic. You're right, Bobby. Absolutely.
Could you imagine that? The Eagles going and winning another Super Bowl, and then Carson Wentz is up there like America won with his big 11 on his chest.
Yeah.
that's crazy. And
Steve, I sent you a text message of a video I made earlier from an email I got from a subscriber, and I was wondering if we could share it. It's very short. It's only about 3 minutes long, and it's just showing what somebody endured today at the post office.
I got it up right here, actually. I'll share that.
This is the sheeple being programmed to mock and ridicule and point you out and socially scorn you in public for not wearing masks. So we're going to go over this.
All right. So
I really felt for him when I read this. It actually made me cry that, you know, we have to live in this kind of world now, and we feel alone when it happens, you know, because we are alone. He's alone in the post office surrounded by fucking jack wagons.
It sucks, dude. It's crazy. All right, I'm going to hit play, all right?
So I just wanted to read you this email I received from one of my subscribers. His name is Tommy Paint. And he had to go to the post office today so he could mail something out to me that he made for me. And this was his experience. It says, woo, well, that was an experience. I just returned from the post office from mailing your staff. I walked through the post office door and got in line. 10 seconds later, the other people in line started grumbling at me for not wearing a mask. I kept my cool. They started barking at me. The old guy in front of me turned towards me and called the police as he gave them my full description. I felt like this was straight out of They Live.
Jesus.
Post office worker asked me to either put my hat in front of my face or leave. So I put my hat in front of my face. All the while, the other customers were cursing at me. The police came and asked me why I wasn't wearing a mask. Are you not able due to a medical issue? I said yes, and he said, okay, no problem, and walked out. The woman behind me kept repeating, bullshit, bullshit. I wasn't scared, you know, but for some reason, my nerves felt like a high tension wire. I am still shaking. Anyway, your staff should be arriving in a week from Monday. I hope you love it. Take care. Take a walk in the dark. Much love, Jen. I think he meant by take a walk in the dark, like it's got some sort of a glow component on it where it glows at night. Okay, so anyway, I just want to show you that, guys, that, we're all experiencing this on a daily basis now. The public shaming and scorn is becoming more and more prevalent. And this is all due to public's reaction to what they see on televised television and all these many media articles that they read. And my heart goes out to you, Tommy Paint. I love you. I'm so sorry that you had to endure that while mailing out my staff. However, I imagine, there's tens of thousands of people who are enduring this type of ridicule and shame, because this has become the new social norm. It's okay to ridicule and shame your fellow Americans, all based on propaganda and lies, because these people are 100% psyoped and brainwashed by their televised television. Please spread this everywhere, guys. Show people that we are not alone, that we're all going through this, and together we stand. Divided, we all fall. I love you guys. Talk to you soon.
Yeah, 100%. Provided we will fall. And something that stuck out to me here is the medical condition that's a law that's protected by HIPAA, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Correct. Well, Uncle Charlie Baker and my awesome governor, his new little mandate requires that you have proof of a medical condition. These people don't care about the law anymore. You know what I'm saying? Up here, at least.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is literally becoming Chimerica. This is why I labeled this like welcome to crazy land, whatever. You know, like this is nuts. This is nuts. Even the idea that Joe Biden is the elect president, you know, even the idea that like these are, the idea that you need a mask when even if you can social distance, even the idea that you have to have a mask in general. Like, let's say you have a disease or something, maybe then, but maybe the doctor fucking operate on you needs a mask so he doesn't get what you have. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense how it's 9, almost 10 months later. And here we are. This is nuts. Literally crazy land. This is completely like I was talking about before. I don't know if I mentioned this live or if we were talking before, but we're March 12th, 2020. We'll never get that reality back.
Mm-hmm.
Ever. Mm-hmm. It sucks.
It's gone. The normal is never coming back. The new normal sucks, and the future normal is going to be even worse.
No, yeah, absolutely. I didn't mean to say no. I mean, it sucks. It sucks. It's really strange.
Satan's world sucks, and in Satan's world, you suck Satan's cock.
Unfortunately, that seems to be the consensus. But have you guys seen The Simpsons with their new little predictive programming?
Oh, what the fuck?
God, what now?
Oh my God.
What happened?
I just went on Facebook, cruising as I do, and then that watch party thing popped up. The one he only showed on his website,
and he's live, right?
And she announced him to come out. President here comes Joe Biden, and then you hear this like heavy this heavy metal kind of song, and he's like running out to the stage, like running like he's about to go play a fucking football game and shit. What am I watching?
Really, yeah. He was shaking trying to get up.
Bro, he was just jogging to the
That's
podium
nice.
to like some.
Because he's such a vicarious 80-year-old, 80-year-old.
Oh God,
it's nuts.
He keeps having these things where he like has his supporters in cars and they blow their horns instead of clapping. It's really great. It's not really the greatest for TV quality.
They don't. We're in crazy land. We're in candy land just about. It's like a crappy board game we're playing. We keep getting the card that says like you must not pass go or whatever.
It's a really fucked up story with a shitty ending.
Yeah. We're getting all the bronze gifts. Let's put it that way. But check this out. Richie put a video together earlier. I watched it. I mean, I listened to it. I didn't really watch it yet, but check out you'll see. You'll see.
Do you even know what any of this means? When everything goes horribly wrong, are you going to wait for these guys to send you food? Do you know how we talk about The Simpsons all the time and how The Simpsons always shows us what's coming down the pike? Well, this is what The Simpsons is predicting for a couple months from now. This is The Simpsons right here telling you what's coming, and everyone's wearing a mask. You see that? Isn't that beautiful? And Marge tells Homer to
what did it say on that paper? Jen and Brad seen at same taco stand. Okay, sorry. I just saw Jen and I'm like, what?
Right? Put your name in there.
Bro, that one sign on the lawn said vote someone.
It said vote Trump / Putin.
Yeah, and the next one said vote someone.
It just said someone?
go back like 20 seconds.
I just had it.
No, go back one more.
Oh, it was before that.
Yeah, right after this.
This is
someone, anyone.
I saw literal signs like this everywhere.
I saw people that had signs through the Wu-Tang.
You know what my signs were saying up here? It was like any functioning adult 2020. I was like,
I saw one that said nobody.
Nobody. Literally, that you don't need anybody. You don't need a human being.
There's something about the human being's brain that needs
need
the
it.
desire to be controlled by someone above them who is no better than they are, but they have a title so they can be in charge of their lives because they can deal with shit they don't want to deal with. That's all it is.
How crazy is that?
It's just a weird thing.
Even on a job sketch or on a
Even as a kid,
you know,
we crave that the laws from above, from the bigger humans as a child. They say kids crave was it order or construction, whatever it is. The kids want it.
Yeah.
But I think it's been bred into us. I think that there's another way that we're supposed to be living and raising our children, even having our children and stuff when they're born. And that type of mentality has been bred into us to always look to a leader or some kind of a management above us that manages everything, where we can just go about our lives and do our daily. Yeah.
People should, you know, start looking to God. You know, if they're looking for someone to lead them, read the Bible. Jesus had some good words. You know, Jesus was a gangster, but that's all good. You know,
he was.
He was.
Yeah, very simple rules: love thy neighbor, do unto others as you have them do unto you. I mean, it's basic.
Ain't that hard, yo? Right.
Other than that, you don't need nobody to govern your mental state. Black bag your ass and take you off to a fucking guillotine to get fucking vaccinated.
No, brother, he was even more gangster than that. Before he started walking his walk, they just asked him one more time the false news. They were like, "Just tell us, tell us the truth," and he was just like, "I did." You didn't listen, and then he didn't even stop there. He could have just like floated off to heaven.
No, he said, "Give me that cross.
Give me that cross. I'm going to do me." No,
he said, "Give me that tree. Give me that tree,
or whatever it is.
Yeah, give me a tree
on my back and lug it up a hill, stick it in the ground, and I'm going to climb up on it and hang myself there." I mean, it's ridiculous, the whole tree thing. I'm sorry, I just had to throw that out there. That Mandela effect
slew in a tree. Imagine that. Imagine that.
If he was slew in a tree, then what did he carry up the hill? Where's the cross?
What did I reenact every year at Catholic school? You know what I'm saying?
The stations of the cross, not the stations of the tree.
Right.
Come on, guys. I went to 12 years of Catholic fucking school. There was no fucking tree.
Ridiculous, dude.
Mockery. Ever mockery.
All right, let's get the train back on the tracks here. I'm gonna hit play. This is nothing compared to what you're gonna see next.
The Simpsons right here telling you what's coming, and everyone's wearing a mask.
Democracy,
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah, you like that?
Marge tells Homer to vote, etc., etc. Well, here's the deal. This is what happens when Homer. Well, here's the deal. This is what
Notice the owl. No big
happens when Homer falls asleep or whatever. The Simpsons has always shown us what's coming down the pike. This is what they do.
Dude, that's fucking RoboCop right there. That's RoboCop.
They don't even hide it, yo. Look what it says on there. U.S. Department of Homeland Security. No big deal.
Don't be shocked. Don't be shocked.
Hurricanes, tornadoes in the background.
So if you defund the police force, this is what they're going to roll out on you. Oh, wait, you asked for it, guys.
Stand by. Watch this. This is beautiful.
There you go. There you go, Bobby. There you go.
The pal horse.
The red horse and the black one.
That's not correct. According to what I Google, Pestilence is now named Conquer.
There you go. Well, they're going to use the pestilence to conquer. And then they're going to do the famine and war. And
remember we read that? We read it on your show, I think, Steve.
Yeah, it's a Mandela.
Yeah, plenty of times. Yeah.
They're like, oh, his name is Conquer. He comes to conquer, also known as Pestilence. I'm like, excuse me?
And the crown was given unto him. The crown, the corona. Corona is the pestilence, which they give a problem, reaction, solution. You create the problem, you get the reaction, and then they're going to bring in their vaccine solution.
And the funny thing is, even in the cartoon here, there are no bows. It's just an arrow. There is no ammo. It's all hearsay, people.
Mm-hmm. Good one.
Even the Simpsons, you know, even they know that there's nothing behind this guy, you know, it's just hearsay. But these guys are really real, though. That's the thing. These are the really real ones because they come right after each other. I'm just saying, you know.
Pestilence, famine, and war.
What's he got in his hand? Scales?
These are the horsemen of the apocalypse. This is
Yeah.
1, 2, and 3. You don't really need to see 4 because we all know who Death is. You know, he comes back and he lays it out pretty good.
Right.
So one has a Trump.
An outbreak or some sort of something that makes everybody sick. Famine would be what I've been warning you about for months and months and months before this was even a thing. So order this now while you can. And then war. War will be the end result of these two things. But them showing this in The Simpsons.
Oh, you're right. And he does have a trumpet. Wow.
Mhm.
Wow.
That's breaking the seal with the
I'm gonna
trumpet.
go with it. I'm going to pay attention because everything is going to
Oops.
go
Break-
horribly
they
wrong.
break the seal with the
Like I said
trumpet.
in the video that I made last night, right here, they
Yeah, pretty much. And that's pretty much all for the Simpsons stuff. That's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's like a brand new episode. Excuse me. No, we got 95 people
Well,
here. What's up, guys?
when you look at that that new show, that new movie Songbird, I just rewatched the trailer for it.
Oh my God! You know what?
That
Let's bring that up real
That
quick.
tells it
Let
all
me
too,
set it up.
because you know they very well probably have this type of robot technology out there that is policing people within all this going on. You know, not just they're not going to send out people with yeah, you can get it ready or whatever, Steve. But with
I
these
got it. It's
hazmat
coming.
suits on and all this stuff like that, they're going to send out their Autobots.
It's crazy. It's literally
Oh
crazy.
my God, bro.
What happened?
I got his page open. I muted it. I came back to see what he's talking about. He's talking about COVID. He says that him and Harris are going to put together the best scientists, and they're going to listen to this, bro. They're going to put forth the very first day of their new COVID procedures on January 20th, 2021. Yeah,
Nice.
January 20th.
So that'll be the that
Well,
6-month thing you were talking about.
Wasn't that the date in the Homer Simpson thing? Wasn't that January 20th?
Oh, get the fuck out, dude. You got me going back a second. Let's see.
Swear to God.
Well, anybody who thinks that this is a real election and was actually wanting to have Biden in or Trump, it doesn't matter. You bitches are all going to get what the fuck you deserve.
That's what I was saying. A lot of people got offended by that, unfortunately.
Oh, let's see how offended they are when they fucking have to be.
Yo,
forced to
Bobby.
other fucking shit.
Is
See
it?
what's going to happen down the road.
Bobby. Oh,
Please, dude. Please, dude.
God. Not cool, bro. That's not it. Hide. Get your shit out of here.
January 20th, 2021. All right. And that's the exact same
Oh,
day
dude.
Biden said he's putting out his COVID
Oh.
initiation, whatever the fuck he calls it. The first day will be
And
January
listen,
20th.
guys, I don't know when this fucking thing's coming out, this Songbird trailer that we're about to watch, but it's coming out in 2021. If it's anywhere around January 20th, I'm going to shit my pants.
You ain't lying. Let's check the description. It's for 2021, obviously. I don't know when.
Maybe if we Wikipedia it or something, it'll tell us an exact release date that they have.
I can
Because
tell
that
you
would
right
be
now.
very interesting. If it's anywhere near January, I'm gonna just be like, what the fuck?
I want to believe it's January 19th. Okay, I got to hit film apparently.
IBM might say it. IBM, whatever it is. They might say the date. They usually put release dates up.
I'm gonna try Wiki first.
I tried Wiki.
You did?
Nothing.
Not on the sidebar there on the right, going down below the picture. It usually says a release date under there.
That's what I look for.
Nothing.
Nah,
Somebody has it somewhere.
can someone please tell me where it is? There's not a lot in the wiki. Like it's just like this is what it's about. Here's the people playing people.
Yeah, I broke the whole thing down for my mom. We were breaking it down the other day, me and Steve and you guys, but it's just it's sad the way they try to spellcast upon people and want to bring forth this type of hell on earth is what they're going for. Hell on earth, guys.
I just say coming soon.
Yeah, how soon? January 20th? 2021.
Released by early 2021.
Early, guys. Early 2021.
Okay, so the first 3 months.
Biden's future right here for you guys. Doesn't matter. It could be Trump. Doesn't even matter. But I'm telling you, this is what's coming. They're going to manifest.
Bobby.
They're going to bring it on.
January 20th, 2020. I just clicked back to his watch party to hear what he was saying because I knew he was going to talk about COVID. So I wanted to hear what he said. And I just so happened to click it back right at COVID.
That's
and
crazy,
he said
Bobby.
January 20th.
You were meant to click back at that exact
Of course I
fucking
was.
time. Dude.
I do that all the time.
That's
It's
why I
so
leave shit
helping us.
running.
That's the creator helping us saying, look, guys, look at this.
Wow.
Like
I
literally
just-
another minute, I would have missed it.
Exactly, dude.
Because I'm not going to go
knew
back and listen
you.
to it.
He worked through you to have you click over to show you that, to bring it to us. Dude, do you see how it works? It's awesome when that shit happens. I
Mhm.
love it. It's kind of like the choreographic dance codes that we broke down, how that came to me. And you know, Steve has many things coming to him and it just puts it right together, or he just happens to look something up and it clicks. And it's just like, wow.
Yeah, I'm not gonna play the volume because I'm not flirting with a copyright strike tonight. But
Yeah, no problem. You can pretty much see what's going on with
you
everything.
can't miss it. COVID 23. You know, that's what this movie's about, people.
So let's pause it for a second, though. Just in those opening scenes, they're showing how there was definitely some sort of a turmoil where riots took over and everything got burnt out and fucked up. All the streets are fucked up. So, and this is after that effect. They're like into it now. You know what I mean? Like, so everything's already happened pretty much. And it's
And-
this is like the worst end of it now.
Real quick, this little tag here reminds me of a thought of that someone shared on a live stream a couple days ago. Can't quite remember who I was listening to, but they were warning how false flag bioterrorism is going to be a new card they can pull now. So get ready for that. It's going to be obviously the unseen enemy that's not going to do anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's still going to be a thought, you know?
Yeah, they'll label us domestic terrorists for not wanting to get vaccinated. That's why the Patriot Act was put in place. It was for us.
You know what? You know
Go
what?
back to the production companies at the beginning of this trailer, Steve. You'll see one.
Bioterrorists is what we are.
You'll see one that's very interesting. One of the
better not be Higher Ground Productions.
No, it's like invisible entities or something like that.
Invisible narrative.
Narrative.
It says
That's what it
invisible
is.
narrative right in the beginning. We broke this down. And it says, it says an invisible narrative. You can't, it's an unseen enemy. It always plays out like that.
Yeah, it's one of the production companies or some shit. It's called Invisible Narrative.
Yep, invisible
But
narrative.
real quick, before I lose this thought, what I was gonna expand on with that is it was actually after this, so nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
There it is. Invisible narratives.
You love how it's like black, white, black, white, black. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of gives you that little checker mark too, which is interesting. But so, like you said, Jen, we're gonna be labeled as radical, you know, whatever, maybe even terrorists at some point, you know, because we didn't get a vaccine and this and that. But you know what they could do? Because, like I said, I don't think that the whole upload your whole shit to the hive mind. I think that's going to be probably 2 or 3 or 4 different mutations you'll have to get other than the COVID-19 quotations vaccine, because we know it's not a vaccine. You know what I'm saying? So what they could do to scare people into getting that shit is just, I mean, they have things like anthrax. You can't see anthrax in the air. You'll see it when the dude next to you falls and then you're right behind them. Who's to say they're not just going to hit like a low centered area where they know there's a lot of, you know, conservative people who don't believe the narrative, such as, yeah, I'm just spitballing here, Texas perhaps, or upper Wyoming or the Dakota. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere where there's a little community of, you know, maybe 5,000, because that definitely fit their narrative. Like, oh, look at this small town community who didn't listen to the guidelines and they're gone. So you guys better get ready and be in your house for 10 p.m., you know, or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, because they could definitely use the, or they could just do that exact story, but nothing happens. That's the brilliance of where we are right now. This is how crazy and thick they have made this plot. You can't even, you could predict their next move, or you could predict the exact opposite of what they're going to do. while it's on their table because the door's wide open right now. People have to understand that like the scary door is wide open. Wide open. Like, look at this is literally what shit's about to look like on the news in 2 weeks.
And
Take a screenshot of this, somebody, because if they run this as a headline, you already know.
Exactly, and that looks like a grid, like a mother.
Exactly, of course. But like, real quick for people who are like, "Oh, this is nothing to do with COVID." Well, there's your COVID 20. I'm not playing the volume, but COVID 23. You know what I'm saying? Because we're on Facebook right now. A lot of great people, we'll call them on Facebook. There's a lot of actually good people, but there's a lot more awesome,
Stop.
lost in the sauce type people.
Let's go back to that. I just want to reiterate the app that's being used. We all have cell phones in our hands for a reason. They wanted us to have them. They wanted us to think they were the greatest thing possible, but this is what's going to do you in, is your app on your phone. And you're going to be required to scan before you leave your house. Scan every day when you wake up. If you don't scan, they're going to come and check on you. Why haven't you scanned and all this stuff like that? So keep that in mind, guys, when you're holding your cell phones. And everybody used to talk about why we have this technology, this black scrying mirror in our hands. And I always knew that one day this would be one of the things that did us in.
Interesting enough.
Right there, they're promoting the cell phone on that ad right there. LG Wing. It's cell phones.
Go look it up. It's the leading 5G cell phone for LG, but no big deal. No big deal. All right. How crazy is that? Like you said before, you just saw the hexagons and the cubes. We'll go there again.
I just noticed that, Steve. The hexagons. Yes.
Oh, it's like a modern day sidekick. That's what's up.
And it's 5G. Look at, they literally just said, "I'm immune." This is where we're gonna be at, guys. This is the military. Imagine us. Like, I'm not gonna be privileged enough to have this little wristband. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So people are already on lockdown, right? And if you are out on the streets going anywhere and you happen to take a left turn down a street and all of a sudden at the end of the street, there's this. It's like you just never know when you're going to get caught up in this, a dragnet that they're create to snag people up, especially if you're on highways and they start cordoning off the highways and stuff like that. It'll be just a dragnet of getting people. Okay, well, get out of your car. You want to keep going, you're going to have to scan. Oh, you have a fever. You're coming with us. You can have a fever for any number of reasons. Your body has a natural immune system that fights off bacteria in your system, and it happens through a fever because your temperature goes up to kill the bacteria. That's what kills it, the heat in your body that it's creating. And if they want you to suppress that fever, then that bacteria or infection will stay in your body longer, which will make you sicker and need the doctor more.
On those buildings, it said, like, fight back, alone together.
Nice. Right? You saw that, right?
There's a bunch of phoenixes, too.
It's beautiful. They don't miss a
The
beat.
let us out part really creeped me out because
Yeah.
you check in, guys. You don't check out of their fucking little quarantine zone cities and stuff. It might not look like a little
California, baby.
Yeah, it's going to be a whole city that'll be off limits, like, Escape from New York kind of thing or whatever like that, where there'll be no-go zones.
Go watch the Maze Runner, the last one they had, the Death Cure.
Yeah.
That's where we are.
Let's pause that again. It was clear that she was looking at her cell phone there. Okay, that's some sort of a cell phone she's got. And she's
LG Wing, baby.
That's
LG Wing, baby.
Yeah, and she's on her app that's scanning her for the day. And it's probably going to be an app that's already built into the phone. That
They already are, I feel. That's
people
why I
are
don't
required to do that, or mandatory, or whatever words they want to use.
That's very crazy. Very, very crazy. Like, what? It's very funny how quick this got produced. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. It's because it's a script. They're even telling us through this movie that we've been living a movie script.
Right.
That's
So
all we've been
here's the next part. Get ready for it. Like, study this.
So
you're
let it
not
be
like
written,
this
so
chick,
let it be done.
Right. They don't want you ending up like creepy, like Job, whatever.
Creepy Tony.
Right. Like, what the fuck? Like, oh my God, they want you with VR goggles on.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. Like, it's how I just can't believe how quick this got produced, Like, Like in a real world, in a real world thinking wise, like as a general public.
You know what's weird is that part with the girl in the red room with her mask and her, whatever, she was stripping or whatever. I feel like I've seen that somewhere before, like early on in the year.
Me too.
I don't know why it really resonates with me. That
me too. When I saw that too, I was like, "What music video is that from?"
I've seen that somewhere before.
Yeah, and you gotta love the song "Bird It's a Phoenix," as we were just speaking of.
Looking like it's coming out of the ashes there.
Yeah, there you go. Stay safe, stay clean, good people. Coming soon. They won't tell you when.
That's that one right there. That one keeps getting the one with the witches. That one keeps getting posted everywhere on my Facebook too as paid promotions, and like they keep putting in these little cute things like how to spot a witch.
So sick what they're doing. The generation that's growing up around us, guys, is going to be just Satan's.
Just be the one growing up around me. Whew.
God.
Yo, you wouldn't even know, bro. It's kind of sketchy. And real quick, all the Q people, what's up?
Yeah, what's up, Q?
They're J people now.
Yeah. I just thought that was funny.
They kept saying that fucking JFK Jr. was going to be president.
He's still tweeting. He's like, "Where are you, Q?" I'm just like, isn't this guy supposed to be Q? Like, what the fuck is wrong with these people?
Did you see the world leaders today? Like, also like having a good time. Like, China was celebrating in the streets. Russia was celebrating. India was celebrating.
Our
Germany.
presidential election?
Yep, they were celebrating. Germany was celebrating.
Did we celebrate?
Canada was celebrating.
China, Russia, India. Do we celebrate when their presidents get elected? Why
I don't
is
even know when their election day is.
Of what's going on? Or it's all a lie and they're not really doing that. We're just getting propagandized and shown footage that they are doing.
Well, how hard is it to fucking film 1,000 people in the street
waste
cheering?
their time, to go outside
In the real world, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why?
Yeah,
would
but just
China
imagine what they're actually telling them.
give a shit about if it's Joe, but they don't give a I don't give a damn. I got problems over here. I don't care who the Americans are voting for.
See, that's what I say. I mean, when I say like America's been leading the New World Order all this time, but now America's done. It's going to be China has already been picked to be the world leader economy, and the people who are directing this New World Order narrative. That's their front man country is China. That's who's been picked, and it's just the illusion that America still has anything going on at all. We don't. And it's going to become more and more apparent as we move into this next couple of years of who is really in charge of us. And Canada, I might add. Canada is bought and paid for by the fucking Chinese.
Yeah, they were the first one to come out.
And they're moving Chinese troops right in there because they have an agreement with Trudeau that they had struck a deal with him when they bought this land that's right on the border of the United States, guys, they're able to move troops in as much as they want, and the Canadian government has nothing to say or do about it. And they just told to mind their business.
Yeah, Mr. Emmanuel, the Chicago mayor or whatever, he said something today that like about 8 hours ago. It doesn't even sound like he's like he held office in America. He said Joe Biden will be respectful of other views. I want to compliment the American people. Dude, weren't you a mayor in a U.S. city? What the hell are you talking about?
Yo, Bobby.
Like, what the hell are you going on? Like, this is the shit I'm talking about. This is the shit where it's like I feel like they read a script, but they forget to like add things. Like it's like I work for Terminex. We have a lot of overseas people, and when they call me to see if they can add a job onto me because they can't read English, at the end of the script they say to me, "Thank you for choosing Terminex." Bitch, I work here.
Yeah,
it's like that. It's like they're so stupid that they're reading the wrong part of the script. And he's like, "I want to commend the American people. You were a mayor here. You fucking oh my god, whatever."
Oh, Bobby,
what's up?
What were we looking at before? The map, right?
The map.
And what we were comparing it to 2001.
Yeah.
How's that for you?
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah.
Wow.
They just don't go away, bro.
Go back to the other one.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, because Pennsylvania did go blue.
It did. Yeah. This just means it's in the middle. This was taken 2 days ago. This is, you know what I'm saying? This is I think what is this? 2 days ago? Yeah, 2 days ago. 2 days ago. So obviously you don't get the live map, but like still,
Yeah,
it went blue.
the PA went blue.
It's right
And
there.
look at that,
Colorado,
New Mexico, Colorado.
Yeah, that's the one that stuck out to me. I was like, no.
He looks a lot like Joe Biden.
I gotta get going. I gotta get going, guys. I love you.
Love you.
All right, Jen, you have a good night. Be safe.
All right, you too. Love you guys. Bye.
Love you.
You too. See
Did
ya.
you see, dude? This LG wing, bro. I'm about to get this bitch.
Yeah. I want the MV2 back, bro. That's where
Bro,
I'm at.
This
mentally.
fucking thing. Have you seen it? It flips up like you're like
Like that
it's like
Tony
this-
Stark phone.
Dude, it's crazy. Here, I'll send it. I'll
You
send
remember
you the,
that from the first Iron Man? They had that phone where it like slid up sideways, but you would still type like you would, you know, like it was a vertical phone, not a sideways phone.
Yeah, something like that.
They had that out. That was lit.
Here's somebody I know. My 9-year-old autistic daughter is chanting Joe Biden, proud daddy here.
That's
Okay.
what I love to see.
You're a fucking idiot. Do you think she's chanting Joe Biden because you just don't stop talking about him?
Oh, dude, this is pretty much what I'm talking about. This is just the new version of it. Go watch like the beginning scenes of Iron Man and this is like the brand new this is the real version of that phone. So you know how they release stuff before, like, you know, way ahead of its time, like the PSP perhaps. If they released the PSP now, bro, these kids would be done. Because like I was fucking done when that thing came out. I was like, give me that. Like, oh, it's just crazy. And it's just, isn't it interesting how they develop machines that trigger responses such as addiction?
Yeah, what is that? How do they do that?
That little patent you had the other day, that was interesting. Stimulate skin cells. You know what that reminds me of? That PubMed article that got taken down. You remember that? The 5G and how it could cause dermatologic symptoms that are identical to coronavirus. Skin cells. You know what I'm saying? That just it's all right there, people. The war's on us. You know, you could be black, you could be white, orange, green, purple. I don't care. As long as you're a human being by nature, they don't like you. They don't like it. I don't know if it's because they have pats with things that aren't human or if in fact they're just things that look like humans. I don't know. Probably both. Probably a mixture of both. The people on the left, I really suspect are just not humans, but that's a whole nother can of worms.
Bro.
Don't you agree with that?
I gotta say, this is otherworldly. Remember that show we were just talking about, the witches show? That's like
Yes.
brand new. Check
Yes.
this out. They sparked controversy.
Controversy. How can you have controversy when
Wait till you see it.
Oh, let me get a screen going. Excuse me. I'm
This
probably gonna rock off in like 10 or 15 too
It's all
myself.
good.
Yeah. We'll definitely gotta hit back up again tomorrow. You know. Definitely get a coffee. We'll get the energy up. We got Warner Brothers sparks controversy over the witches. Apologizes. Here we go to the disability community. Nice.
The tweet is at Warner Brothers UK. Was there much thought given as to how this representation of limb differences would affect the limb difference community? And if you scroll down a little bit more, there's actual like a photo or something. Oh no! What, does it not? Did it not spawn up? Did it not come up yet? Well, I guess if you click the picture on Twitter from the tweet in the excerpt there, if you go up a little bit, where it says picktwitter.com in the tweet.
Where?
Right there, where it says Warner Brothers, was there much thought given as to how this representation of limb differences? It says, yeah, this the one that says pick Twitter. That's the fucking movie guy. The one right below it. Where it says picktwitter.com.
Oh. Yeah.
All right, so this is it. So on the right here, we have the spot a witch. So this is, this little drawing. And one of them is like, hey, they have hidden claws under their gloves, and they have a fucking pointy ass nose and bald head with wig rash and wig, obviously, and all this other weird shit. And so like people are looking at us going, wow, asshole. Wow. There are people out here who have limb difference. Did you even think about them?
Oh my God.
No. Because we're just making a satanic movie about witches, and this is the old wives' tale of how to spot a witch. This goes back centuries. They believe they had hit. That's why they wear gloves all the time, and they believe they wear wigs and they wear heavy makeup. That's why makeup and all that stuff was looked at in the witch trial days as like witchcraft.
Right. And the thing is, here I'm just like, what kind of people are or have like are just so disabled that they have blue spit? You know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of
the spot of witch, you're looking for a Danny DeVito in the Batman when he was the Penguin.
Yes, that guy.
That's what you're looking for. And like they're like, wow, I can't believe you didn't give thought to the limb difference community. Never heard of this community in my life, by the way. So you come out with like weird limbs, bro. What is that? I can't make a movie where people have weird arms. Like, what the fuck? What does this mean?
What about Scary Movie 2?
It's just, yeah, exactly. Like, we got the like retcon Scary Movie 2. They already changed Scary Movie. He doesn't say white people no more. That was the whole point of it. I see white people.
Oh my God.
And people go, no, that's what he always said. I'm like, no, he didn't. I'm like, I'm like, listen. The whole point of Scary Movie when it first came out, it was a spoof of horror movies. So it made fun of horror movies. So you can't make fun of a horror movie and say the same line the kid said in the movie. That's not a spoof. That you're just quoting it. How's that making fun of it? What's funny was because it was a black guy, high on shit on weed, talking to a white guy, and he says, you know what I see every day? And what's that? He says, I see white people. And that was funny back in 2000 because it's just like, it's a black guy. That's how easy jokes were in the year 2000. A black guy saying, I see white people every day, and they walk around like normal people.
Around it.
That's so funny. It's like, shit, got me. That's funny as hell. But now, when you watch it, he says, I see dead people. And then they started laughing. I'm like, but what's funny about that? That's what the kid said in the movie. He said that exact quote. How was that funny? Did you watch it and laugh? I don't understand. So now we're going to retcon the guy. This is my strong hand. Again, that's what comedy was in 2002. This is my strong hand.
Got mashed potatoes. Like,
dude, that's all it took. Was a guy with a fucked up twig spinning around some mashed potatoes. My germs. That's all it took. Yo. And people were hailing. And now, I see comedy shows and they say something. I'm like, I don't get it. What's the joke here? I got to do algebra. I got to carry the one.
I'm like, is 0.02 funny? Like, what's that about? And like all the people I know, they're like crying of laughter. I'm like, or they'll just like fart on camera. I'm just like, that's funny. They're just like, yo, you just fucking let it rip, bro. I'm like, you guys are ridiculous, dude. Where the fuck are we?
What are we talking about?
Did you see this one, Bobby?
No.
Scientists discover bizarre hell planet where it rains rocks and oceans are made of lava.
You ready for this?
I'm ready.
I'm ready to keep that up there. Keep the space up there. You can talk about it a little bit if you want.
Oh, we're just gonna look at the nice name. K2141b. Nice. If you thought living on Earth was comparable to hell, I guess. Well, see, that's a deception right there, because that's right below our feet, people. And when that hell opens, I'm telling you, woo, it's gonna be different.
Hold on.
I'm glad the people at York University know what's going on other planets, but yet have discovered what? I think 84% of Earth's oceans have not been discovered, but that's okay. That's okay. Look at that real picture. I drew that all by myself.
Here you go. Copy.
Ridiculous.
Here you go. All right. So keep it on that. It goes exactly in line with the one you just showed me, right? It rains rocks and the the land is lava. I point you to a planet called Mustafar.
Exactly.
This is where Darth Vader went. In Star Wars, after he became Darth Vader, look at the pictures to the left. This is the depiction of the planet. The roads are lava, barely held together by rock formations and shit. This is where Darth Vader went after he became Darth Vader.
Facts.
Mustafar. And we found a hell planet. Oh, you mean like Star Wars?
See, most people don't watch Star Wars. That's why they kind of made that series so ridiculous. So that when little things like this came out, people wouldn't be like, "Oh, we saw that from Steven Spielberg or whatever."
Now, this planet only showed up twice, very
briefly
in like the prequels. So like, it's not something that is like if I said, "Hey, I found a planet,"
fight scene there. I think that's it.
Yeah. But I'm saying if I said, "Oh, we found a new planet and we called it Tatooine," a lot of people go, "Hold on, what'd you find? Luke Skywalker there too, friend? Like, let's relax here." But they can get away with saying, "Oh, we found a help." Yeah, there's the scene. That's when Obi-Wan Kenobi says, "It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground."
He fucking goes for the flip,
yeah.
And then he becomes Darth Vader. Then he really what just happened there?
I don't know, but I tell you. But so the reason why I point this out is because it's all the same science fiction mumbo jumbo. That's all it is.
That's all it is.
Why is it that they find a planet like that, and I can in 20 seconds pull up a fake planet from Star Wars and go, "Oh, you mean like this?" That should we shouldn't be thinking that shit. Like, how do we think of shit like that? How does a human being think of a planet like that?
It's part of the plan, Bobby. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, I'm about to kick somebody.
It's ridiculous, but I agree with Jill. I need some sleep.
We all do.
That is true. We all need our rest because you don't know what tomorrow brings, But that being said, really don't know what tomorrow brings. So be thankful for everything.
Well, we know what January 20th brings.
I guess, dude. 21st. So this is how they do it. They'll have the press conference, probably initiate the new blah, 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 the new standards of living, we'll call it. And then the 21st will be the first day, the first day of the new laws. You know what I'm saying? So it makes sense. It makes sense to me, but that's crazy. Never sleep on the Simpsons. That's what Ceiling Fan Man told me. I guess someone told him that. So I'm going to keep telling you people that.
It's like one of these things, right? I think we talked about it on the show before. I think Brian said it actually.
There, speaking of the devil, that's
there he is. Yeah, so it's like one of these things, right? It's like I think Brian said it on here. He said, or Ceiling Fan Man said it, maybe one of the two. He said, he's like, people go, "Oh my God, the Simpsons tell the future." And he's like, "No, they're not." He's like, "Steve, if I call you and say, hey, in an hour, I'm going to drive by and I'm going to punch you in the face. And then an hour later, I drive by your house and punch you in the face. Are you going to sit there and go, whoa, he told the future?" No, you're not. You're going to go, "Damn it, he told me this is going to happen and I didn't listen." But you can't tell the future if you know what's going to happen. It's not telling the future. You're telling them what's going to happen. Like that's it. If I say to my son, "Hey, in 2025, we're going to go to Disney World," he goes, "Oh, I can't wait," and I already planned the vacation for 2025, and I'm just paying it off as we go. That's not telling the future. I'm just telling them ahead of time because I already know what's going to happen. So they're not telling the future; they're just telling you what's happening.
It's like how it's so that dude, to me, real quick before we get off, to me, that is the most brutal, the most insane torture technique. You show the public, the person, your enemy, what you're about to do to them, and then you fucking do it, dude. Are you kidding me? You make them watch it as if it's all good. That's just a TV show. And then knock, knock, knock. Here comes a brand new life, a new world order, perhaps. It's crazy. It's crazy, dude. That's literally where we are. We are on the cusp of knock, knock, knock. People got to wake up. All these little TV shows that predicted the future are now becoming reality. We're in crazy town, bro.
Yeah.
We're in crazy town. But
Right.
now, with all this like negative stuff going on, now's a good time to get good with God. You know, hit your knees, say your prayers, dude.
Yes. 1000%.
Something's
Amen,
got to
bro.
give, dude. You know, and if it's gonna give in the way where your paradigm, the way of your life is gonna halt, you're gonna need something more than a couple of first aid kits in a backpack. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna need the Holy Spirit on your side. You're gonna need guidance. And believe me, if you don't start practicing that now, the day it all goes down, he might not be listening to you. He might want to watch you for a couple days. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'd play it out if I, created and I see one of my people going stray their whole life, and then the second they need me, like, come on. It's where we are.
Rachel New York Truth said the future's so bright I gotta wear shades or something. What's funny about that is when I was in high school, I thought I was gonna be like a pro football player, and I would wear sunglasses walking through the halls all day, even in class.
That's because Bobby's the badass, yo.
My friends would be like, "Why are you wearing sunglasses?" And I'd be like, I would just look at them straight face and be like, "Future's too bright."
That's it. Yeah. Can't even see.
And I just thought that was I did that for a straight year. I thought that was and every day someone would ask me, "Bro, why are you wearing sunglasses? Future's too bright."
That's it.
And then a comedian, Chris D'Elia, started saying it like a couple years ago, and he's wearing sunglasses all the time. Be like, "Why are you wearing sunglasses inside?" He's like, "Future's too bright." I'm like, "Bro, nah."
Like, where'd you come up with that idea?
Yeah, where'd you go to high school at, bro? Little bastard.
Right, he was some little bitch freshman who asked you one day.
Nah, but it's just crazy, obviously, the only way out of this is God. It's always been that way. It's always going to be that way. If you went out there and you voted, I mean, unless you voted like me and we voted for a fictional character, since it's all fictional anyway, then whatever. But if you went out there and you put your vote in for an actual person because you were like, you know what? I think this person can actually do something here, or the Q people who are like, oh, the government's all corrupt and reptilians and sex cults, but Trump, he's different. It's a sickness. There's something, like I said earlier, there's something in us that wants to be controlled by somebody over us that can oversee the things we don't want to deal with, because naturally as human beings we're lazy. Normally we take the easy way out of things. We procrastinate like no other.
You have no idea.
On this plane. And it's what we do. So if someone can look over us and take care of the shit we don't want to deal with, then fine. I mean, even the Ghostbusters would say, right? Like, who are you going to call? Because you don't want to deal with that. Who are you going to call? And that's what people do. They call somebody else when they don't want to deal with it. That's why people don't want to learn how to be a mechanic, how to be a carpenter, how to be a roofer, learn how to paint, learn how to do anything like that, how to cook, how to grow food, because they can have someone else do it. And that's what the mentality has been ingrained in us. Who are you going to call? Call somebody. Call a friend. See something, say something. It's all about put your trust somewhere else that's not above your head. Put it into another human being that's no better than you or I, and get it off your chest. Don't hold that stress. Give it to somebody else. But the truth is, if you took all those stresses and you laid them at the feet of God,
all right.
You'd be better. You'd be better off, to be honest with you.
You'd be all right. It might be a path you're not familiar with. That doesn't mean it's a bad path. Let it in, let it in. That's all I got to say. Your life might not be financially better by any means necessary, but you'll be spiritually better. You'll feel like you just lost 10 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll be walking around in places you never even thought you'd be walking around in, because once you establish a relationship with the Most High, you kind of want to walk outside and observe nature. Like, wow, I'm like, this dude did all this for us and we suck. Are you kidding me? Like wow, like, look at this, grass, trees, real clouds on a good day. You die to see that nowadays. It's crazy. And that's funny. Who are you gonna call? I'm gonna call Globebusters. I'm gonna call Bob. I haven't watched their show too much lately, because my work schedule just interferes, and there's 2,000 things to watch all of a sudden. Like 4, 5, 6 years ago, there's probably like, I don't know, maybe 20 channels that were like, all day. Now there's so many channels. It's so hard to keep up, but they do good work. Everyone does good work, you know. Brian, Jen, we just had her. It's a good community. Ceiling Fan Man, he just had a new video yesterday, I think. So definitely check him out. I gotta get him back on here. You, me, and Ceiling Fan, we kind of, I feel like that's a good little fellowship of men right there. Because he gets it for sure. But I'm gonna sign out of here. So, dude, thanks for coming, Bobby. This was good stuff.
Thanks for having me.
Call your Bible. 7-Eleven Lucas just said. Absolutely. You know, if I'm going live and it's not, 12 o'clock on a weekday, you're my first guy to call.
What up, dude?
You're the first guy. You're always on deck,
Always.
And if the creek don't rise, we'll be back. We'll hopefully be back tomorrow night. I don't know if we'll be here. Jen's channel, I don't know. Let me run this by you real quick, Bobby, before we sign off. How would you be on board with going on D Live one night and just like not doing like a radio broadcast, but just playing like mainstream songs that we can't play here because of obvious copyright issues?
Yeah, I'm
just,
down with that.
You know what I'm saying? Just chill out for a night, maybe like 2 or 3 hours.
Speaking of music, did you listen to that song I sent you today?
I did not. I did not get a chance to.
Tom McDonald.
Is it like a get you like hype type of song or no?
Yeah, it's called No Lives Matter.
Okay.
And he basically just said like that the world's run by the elites. He throws up a little hand sign over his eye to let you know. I see you out there. I know who the elites are. Everything's run by the elites, that they divide people by race, that they divide people by the elections and votes. But the media will turn everybody on each other until nobody's lives matter.
Here we are.
He said that the statement of Black Lives Matters is powerful, but the movement became so aggressive that white people who agree with the message can no longer go with them, because now they become just violent and aggressive. It's really good. It triggers so many people. It's great.
It seemed like that was the point of the whole little spidangle.
Well, I say in this one song, the Satanic Rappers. The Satanic Rappers. Remember, I showed you the video.
Yes.
Driving. Yeah. Same guy.
All right, I'll definitely check him out on the way to work tomorrow. Get the good vibes going, because like I got a good crew with me tomorrow till like 10 o'clock. They listen. It's just this one person that just, I don't know, had update moment. That's what I'm calling it, yo. Someone had an update moment a couple weeks ago, and I don't know what happened, but you get lost in the sauce, dude, I guess. But it is what it is, people. We're getting out of here. Be strong. Be safe, be smart, and like we were saying before, get on the wave, dude. Get with your Bible, get right with God. Understand that He sent him his own self. He sent His Son down in the human form, died for our sins. Like Bobby said, he was a G about it. At the last second, hey, so tell us, like, you really the guy? He said, I'm all good. If you didn't hear it by now, I don't know what to tell you. And it's very interesting how we are in the same boat. 2,000, maybe 1,000. I don't know what the timeline issue, but a couple years later, we'll put it. We're right there. But